And this book is one of the books I hope to recommend to anyone that wants to start investing before they even start the journey. So the book is The Joys of Compounding. So we're going to do a quick review of the book, share one or two lessons, and then at least this will serve as an encouragement. We may revisit this book sometime next year, but for now, we just go ahead with the book. The first section of the book says the best investment one can make is in oneself. Before you actually think about the market, you are supposed to put a lot into yourself. That's a lot of people find it frustrating when they want to start buying stocks and you're telling them, okay, go and read this book or do this or do that. They just want to buy the stocks and go. But you don't realize that the first and most important investment you can make as somebody who wants to invest in the stock market is to invest in yourself. That's the smartest thing you can do. If you take all the most successful people we have from Warren Buffett, these guys constantly found a way to invest in themselves. Talking about investing yourselves, which ways do you work in investing yourself? We're talking about how to maximize your time so that your time actually gives you the best results. Whether it's through your schooling or everything, the first thing you are supposed to make sure you think of investing before you even invest in the stock market is to invest in yourself. I've had a lot of experience of people that came to invest and they said, okay, we want to join this group or that. And I told them, no, don't join anything, because I discovered that those people were lacking in their own aspects, because there is a level of investment they were supposed to make in themselves that they've not made. So that's just like a quick summary of what that aspect is talking about. The best thing you can do is to invest in yourself, to make sure that you are receiving the best that you can. That will actually give you the best way to have a life, like a life that is that makes you the best. Like if you are just learning constantly, improving yourself constantly, you have the best of everything, from friends to well-wishers and every other thing. Everything will just constantly come in line for you. So then the second segment is become a learning machine. When you become a learning machine, you actually avoid a lot of things that people fall, because you're always open to ideas. You are learning a lot. So becoming a learning machine is something that is recommended. When you are coming to invest in the stock market, just know that the stock market is not just a Ponzi scheme or something you invest and go. It's something that is supposed to even improve the way you are thinking. So you are supposed to cultivate, number one, the reading habit. The reading habit is one way you become a learning machine. If you don't know how to read, how do you invest? A lot of people have troubled me about the fundamental analysis group. They have always said something like, why are you making people go through this stress? Why do they have to look up these things or write something or before they can join the fundamental analysis group? But you have to understand, you have to form that habit of learning and reading for yourself, because everything about the companies that you are going to invest in is actually written in these documents and all that. So if you don't create that habit of looking at those things, there is no way you actually become a good investor. So the best thing you can do for yourself is to become a learning machine. You are supposed to learn about different fields. I even read, I listened to a podcast by Elon Musk yesterday. He said the best thing you can do if you're young. He was asked for the advice for young people. I know this is outside the scope of the book, but it's totally related. He says make sure you read a little of different fields. Like you just have a general knowledge of a little thing. So the best thing you can do is just to vigorously learn about a lot of things, and that's what this section is talking about. You must create time to actually learn. I've been reading even things that are outside my field because I want to learn a lot about them. There's no way you can actually learn, read, learn, and think if you don't create time for it. So you must create time. Apart from reading, there are podcasts and YouTube tutorials, videos. If you want to become a learning machine, you must learn how to make it, utilize all these means. You must find time for all these things. You can't just say, I'm very busy. If it is really important for you, you must create time for that. And that's how you actually become a learning machine. Learning through creating mental models. I think one of the people that are so famous for mental models is Charlie Munger. So what are mental models? Charlie Munger is one of the favorite people that always talk about having mental models for life. And he has even mental models for actually the stock market. So this helps him to navigate easily. According to the book, if you don't have some mental model to actually know how to navigate, you find out things being a lot difficult for you compared to somebody who has mental models, who has already set out some mental models of the way things are going to go. The thing is going to be very, very easier for him. You are supposed to just create a mental model so you can learn a lot. We are still revolving around the section about learning, worldly wisdom and learning. So you are supposed to create these mental models. They are supposed to help you to navigate around learning a lot. So that's what Charlie Munger is definitely talking about here. So that just helps you create a way of knowing what to emphasize on. Chapter 4 says harnessing the power of passion through focus and deliberate practice. So if you want to actually become powerful in anything you are doing, you have to create passion or focus. You have to be focused, and you have to deliberately practice. Deliberately practice. When you take an idea, you don't just go away with the idea. You actually have to train your body, your brains, your muscles to actually become very, very, very efficient in that one idea. So on this particular section, I saw one of the Venn diagrams that I saved that Venn diagram a long time ago before I even encountered this book. I didn't even know that I will still encounter it in this book again, where it talked about different Venn diagrams encircling either what you love, what the world needs, what you are paid for, and what you are good at. So you're actually supposed to find a way to be in the center of it all. Your passion, your mission, your profession, your vocation. You're supposed to find a way to tie it, and that's when you actually reach the peak maximum efficiency of what you can do. So while you're doing that, you are supposed to find what you are very good at. The only way to happiness is that you are finding the one thing that you have the best ability to do. Then you actually find a way to focus on it. Put all your focus on that, and then practice it deliberately over and over and again.